What is the worst NFL franchise? Which team has struggled and been terrible for way too long? Today, I will answer that question and get to the bottom of just how bad they really are. Now, to start things off, we need to eliminate some teams that just don't belong. So, if a team has an all-time record in the Super Bowl era, win percentage, not including ties or the playoffs, above 5.5%, then they are going to be eliminated. This already gets rid of 8 teams, which are the New England Patriots at a 0.550 percentage, the Minnesota Vikings at a 0.551 percentage, the Chicago Bears at a 0.551 percentage, the Miami Dolphins at a 0.553 percentage, the Kansas City Chiefs at a 0.554 percentage, the Green Bay Packers at a 0.571 percentage, the Dallas Cowboys also at a 0.571 percentage, and the Baltimore Ravens lead the way with a 0.574 percentage. Now we are left with 24 teams, so we need to slim it down further. Next up, if they have won 4 or more Super Bowls, this gets rid of the New York Giants, 4 rings, the San Francisco 49ers, 5 rings, and the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6 rings. We now only have 21 teams, so we must push the number down even further. So if they have played in 3 or more Super Bowls, they also have to have had at least one of them. So this eliminates these teams: the Seattle Seahawks, which are 1-2, the Indianapolis Colts, which are 2-2, the Los Angeles Rams, which are 2-3, the Philadelphia Eagles, which are 2-3, the Las Vegas Raiders, which are 3-2, the Washington Commanders, which are 3-2, and the Denver Broncos, which are 3-5. We now only have 14 teams left, but my goal before we break them down is 8. I will get rid of the Bills as they went to 4 Super Bowls and may not have won any, but don't deserve to be the worst team. I'll also use this logic to get rid of the Bengals as they went to 3, but have nothing to show for it. I will get rid of the Buccaneers as they're 2-0 in the Super Bowl and I'm pretty good for a bit now, and are kind of new. I will eliminate the Saints as they had Drew Brees and were pretty good and even won a Super Bowl with him. I will also get rid of the Houston Texans as they are new and have been pretty good so far in their history. Finally, we will get rid of the Titans as they were kind of good and probably the most average out of these guys. Before we continue, it would be awesome if you join the buffoonery and hit that subscribe button. Now we move into the bottom 8. So here's who we have left: the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the New York Jets. I think that out of these, we have to narrow it down to 4 because these 4 are actually awful. The Detroit Lions. They have stuck for a long time until recently when we saw them take major improvements and are one of the few teams to go unwinning. The Cleveland Browns, as they have long been terrible and have 0 Super Bowls. The New York Jets, which have been pretty bad and only have 1 Super Bowl and have had many big disappointments. And the Arizona Cardinals, which have long been disappointing and bad. Out of these 4, there is, in my eyes, one clear outlier that is not as bad as the rest, and that is the New York Jets. The New York Jets have at least 1 Super Bowl win and have been kind of mid. Next up, who has to go, is probably the Arizona Cardinals. They're not the best, but in my eyes, there are worse. Now, we're stuck with 2 teams, the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. I researched these teams a lot and finally found our answer. Out of these 2 teams, one has a slightly better playoff history, a winning all-time record, and while they may be worse now, avoid being the worst franchise. So that is why my worst franchise is none other than the Detroit Lions. They have constantly been bad and have been around for a long time. It must be sad to be a fan of the Lions unless you're a fan right now, and even then they just keep finding ways to disappoint, like in the playoffs. Overall, a pretty bad team and the worst NFL franchise out there. Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have ever wondered how each AFC or NFC team is ranked, then you should definitely check out these videos right here. Thanks, and see ya.